Hey friends, today we are hanging out in Epcot and I am so excited. There are so many new things happening in the park. We got lunch reservations at GEO-82, the new restaurant inside Spaceship Earth. Goofy has taken over Communicore Hall and they even have Goofy movie themed treats. And Dopey's doing a meet and greet in World Showcase. So we're gonna eat some food, ride some rides, and have a beautiful Epcot kind of day. Anywho's, let's go do this. It's another hot day here in Florida. Temperatures are in the low 90s, but we got blue skies, and that's all that matters. And it's good to be back at Epcot. I'm excited to show you all of the new things happening this summer. Like I said, there's a lot of new things happening at Epcot right now, even more than what I just mentioned. They have a new Moana coconut dessert. Test Track has taken down the walls and you can see the new sign. And Phineas and Ferb are doing meet and greets underneath Spaceship Earth. In fact, I think I'm gonna start there because I think they're coming out soon and I can't wait to show you guys all of it. Look at this! Right underneath Spaceship Earth. I don't know if they have set times that they come out, but I think Pluto used to actually do a meet and greet here. So it's nice to see some new characters. Isn't that awesome? Phineas and Ferb right underneath Spaceship Earth. And I think it's a part of the Cool Kids Summer, or it could be for Disney Plus because they have a new season coming out. But I'm loving all the new stuff. And I think I want to go get the new coconut treat over by Moana. I think it's like an ice cream, but it's served in an actual coconut shell. Here it is, the Kakamora Delight, coconut pineapple sorbet in a coconut shell, and it's only $6.75. A nice, cool, refreshing way to start the day. Isn't that so cool? And I love that it's served in an actual coconut shell, and it has a Moana sticker on the front there. I'm excited to try this. It feels so cold in my hands, but I really love that they're using an actual coconut shell. And it's starting to melt, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like before I go diving into it. I think I like coconut more than pineapple, so hopefully it's more coconut flavored. But here we go. Oh, it's kind of like Italian ice. Look at all the coconut shavings on there. I'm not too sure if you can see it, but then you can see the pineapple there. We're gonna go in. Wow, this is so good on a hot day. I like it. And it's a good balance, a really good balance of coconut and pineapple. Very, very delicious. This is a nice little addition. I only wish that they had more coconut shavings on there. I think there's like coconut sorbet inside too, but all the good stuff is on the top. And it's really, really cold. It's like holding temperature, so it's not melting right away. I like it. I would definitely get this again, especially on a hot summer day. Enough of the coconut business. I actually want to start making my way back to Spaceship Earth so we can get ready for our lunch at GEO-82. And I'm so excited to show you guys this place. It is 21 and over. It's a lounge that has like small food bites. And I hear the drinks are pretty amazing, but it's inside the actual attraction. And it has a beautiful view of the park. And they even have a firework dessert package. I'll go over all the details once we get in there. But I'm glad we got ourselves the coconut. Enough of the coconut business. There it is, GEO-82, right where those windows are. I can see the fancy lights in there. And like I mentioned, this is 21 and over, so no kids are allowed to actually go into the lounge. And I don't think Disney has ever done anything like that before. So it's a one-of-a-kind spot. I honestly got lost trying to find the entrance to GEO-82, but it's in the exit of Spaceship Earth. So if you find the bubblegum wall, it's actually right on the inside of the exit doors. Look at this. GEO-82. They have an elevator and stairs. I think I'm gonna take the stairs though, it's probably a lot faster. I really love the design of it. It really feels like Spaceship Earth. Spaceship Earth-ish. Wow, this is really fancy up here. They greeted me with a scented chilled towel. Kind of smells like lemons. Ooh, I like that. Lemony fresh. They have a nice little waiting room where you can use your chilled scented towel with a lot of really cool Epcot artwork. I really love this waiting area. And then inside here is where the lounge is itself. Look at this. This is so fancy looking. I'm so excited. My table's not ready yet, so I'm just gonna chill out here and play with my towel. I think I'm already sold that I love it here just because of the chilled towels. I honestly feel like I'm in a spa. We made our way into the lounge and I got a nice little spot next to the window. I like the chairs in here. They're very fancy looking. And take a look at this view. It's actually a really nice day out today too. I'm gonna get up and show you guys a little bit. You can see all the way into World Showcase. I can see the fake Italy tower there. Well, the scrim that they have up temporarily. And this is where you would watch the fireworks from. It's very nice. The views are perfect. And I also already ordered the drinks that I'm going to be getting. I got the menu in front of me. And I love the look of the menu itself. You know, originally Spaceship Earth was going to be gold. So that's why you see a lot of gold on here. But I don't think I'm going to get any of the food. Nothing really kind of catches my eye. They have a nice little cocktail key here. Some history about Spaceship Earth and GEO-82. And in the back is where the food's at. They've got a charcuterie board, a fungi flatbread, some tuna, some jumbo lump crab gâteau. I don't know, but a lot of it isn't like things that I would normally eat. And then for the drinks themselves, they're kind of a little pricey, but they do have like a special like alcohol inside them. So I decided on getting the brown butter old fashioned, and it's $28, but it does come with a really cool ice cube. And then I wanted to try one of the mocktails, so I got the a walk through the garden. Doesn't that sound nice? A walk through the garden. They do have like a special dessert party that they do every single night here, and I think it's like around $180. I don't know much about it. I'll try to find some information and put it here, but I'm excited to sip on my cocktail and just stare out at World Showcase. Oh, and look at that ice cube. You can't see it too well because it's bright in here, but it's a Spaceship Earth.
May I pour it?
Oh, please.
I'll do my best to not get it in Spaceship Earth.
Oh, I see what you're doing because now you can see it. Very fancy. Oh, and then it comes with a garnish?
Orange, like Zardo cherry rose.
Wow. Thank you so much. It looks fantastic. Look at this, guys. Wow, I really love that ice cube. Oh, don't want to lose my cherry there. But you can see the ice cube has like a Spaceship Earth on it. So this is the brown butter old fashioned. And then this is the mocktail that I got. So this has no alcohol in it. And I think it was called a walk through the garden. A walk through the garden. Both of them look very fancy. I'm happy we got it. I think we should start with the brown butter old fashioned. This looks really good. You know, I do love an old fashioned, so cheers. Cheers to Spaceship Earth, and thank the Phoenicians. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, I like it. And I can't wait to try the cherry here. Oh, I forgot there's an orange peel on there. You gotta take the orange peel off, and the cherry's on the inside there. I'm just gonna scoot it in there. There you go. Much better. Don't try that. Much better. Now I can get to the cherry business. Oh, nothing like biting the cherry and then taking a sip. As I sip upon the brown butter old fashioned, I'm starting to taste a little bit more of that brown butter. I feel like maybe it was at the bottom there, but the last couple of sips have been very enjoyable, and I'm glad I got it. I wish I could take that ice cube out, but it'll probably melt before I get home. Now I want to try a walk in the garden. Got a little lemon on the side there. Oh, that's refreshing. Very refreshing. And like I said, no alcohol on it. I think this is some kind of garnish. Just gonna smack it in there to get the flavor. Push it in a little bit. I like it. And you can add alcohol to it. I think the cast member that's taking care of me said that a lot of people like to put vodka in it. But I would drink this on its own. Overall, I really do enjoy the drinks. Like I said, they're a little bit pricey, but I think this place is more about the ambience and the vibes. It's just really cool to actually sit up here and, like I said, just stare out at World Showcase. And it's even cooler if you're a big Spaceship Earth fan, because they have so many cool references. The lights are cool. They actually have like a hidden Mickey, and they do have a bar, so I think they do walk-ups, but I would highly suggest trying to get a reservation. Like I said, this is lunchtime. They have one for dinner, and then they have the firework or the dessert party. Either way, I think I like it here. I'm glad that we got to try GEO-82. I think my favorite thing about it is the atmosphere. I loved all of the artwork and all of the history about Spaceship Earth itself, and just being in there was cool. The drinks were good. Like I said, a little bit pricey, but that's because what they put inside them. And I'm sorry I didn't try any of the food. It's just I wouldn't like any of it. Nothing is something I would eat. It's just preference. It doesn't mean it's not like good food. But we'll be snacking on some things a little bit later on in the video. In fact, maybe we'll snack on some things right now, because I want to go check out Goofy and Communicore Hall. And like I said, they've got some Goofy movie themed snacks, and I'm excited. I love a Goofy movie. Epcot is actually very quiet today. We just got done at GEO-82, and I think I want to go back and check on Phineas and Ferb, because I think they're going to be ending their meet and greet soon, so maybe we can hop in line before it closes. If not, at least I get to see them one more time. Earlier, there was a long line, and as it should be, I think they're awesome, and it's a perfect place here at Epcot for them. See you, Phineas and Ferb. Oh, thanks, man. Yes. Oh, you're awesome. Happy to see you under Spaceship Earth. Thank you. Hope you have a great day. We missed the line cutoff by a minute, but I did get to see them as they were heading back in, and they're done for the day. They said they do it from 9 to 1, and then they take a break, and then they come back out till like 3:30. So if you want to see Phineas and Ferb, you got to get here early, and also try to get there earlier, because the line was pretty long this morning, and they said that the line just before I got there was like 45 minutes, as it should be though. This is what I was talking about. Right next to Mickey and Friends in the Communicore Hall, they have the Grab and Goof, and it's a bunch of cool Goofy themed snacks and drinks. They've got mac and cheese bites, pepperoni pizza ravioli, cookies and cream ravioli, and then look at this Goofy's Gone Fishing beverage. That looks so awesome. And then they also have a seasonal beverage. And on the inside of Communicore Hall, I think it's all decked out to Goofy, and Goofy's in there himself. So maybe we'll grab some snacks and go see the Goof. I decided on trying both of the raviolis, and I'm gonna go back to get the Gone Fishing drink, but I didn't want to buy it now because it's so hot out. I feel like it'll melt, so I want to get it after we eat the raviolis so I can, kind of enjoy it. But these look amazing, especially the cookies and cream ones. And honestly, you can't beat the price. I think these were like $6, but they look so good. It's like a toasted, it's like fried raviolis, and this one has Oreo crumbs and then the vanilla sauce, and I can't wait to see what's on the inside. And then I got the pepperoni ones. These come dusted in like Parmesan, and then it comes with marinara, but I feel like you get a lot, especially for only $6. So I think we're gonna dive in. Might as well go cookies and cream first, and I'm liking the icing or whatever this is. It's a little bit thick though, so I'm gonna dip it on in. Oh, look at that. It kind of reminds me of fluff or marshmallow. It could be. I didn't read it good enough, but I can't wait to try it. Look at this. Oh, wow. These might be my new favorite treat at Epcot, and I love all of that Oreo dusting on there, and the inside is full of chocolate. Look at that. dipping it in the sauce. This is such a good deal, especially for, like I said, $6. I'd eat them all. They're definitely a little difficult to eat because they drizzle them with chocolate sauce and the crumbs are just falling all over the place. And then this is very, very sticky, but I'm loving them. I really do. Like I said, this might be my new favorite little sweet treat here at Epcot, but I don't think it's going to be here permanently because they usually use this stand where they have the grab and goof for like the festivals. So maybe they'll bring it back or maybe it'll be like a non-festival thing. Either way, I'd come back and get them. Now that we've had the sweet stuff, maybe we'll try the pepperoni ones. And I'm not too sure if there's cheese on the inside or if it's just pepperoni and then dust it with Parmesan. But they do give you a little marinara to dip in there. So I'm going to be dipping my ravioli in marinara. And I also like that they're fried raviolis, because if they tried doing this with like regular like boiled raviolis, it would be very messy and probably wouldn't hold up too well. So here we go. Pepperoni ravioli at Goofy's. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to love these because I thought that they were cheese filled, but the cheese is just the Parmesan. The actual inside has like just pepperoni, or that one has none. Well, yeah, you can see the pepperoni there, and then you can scoop up the marinara just like that, add it on in there. That is some good stuff right there. I literally thought for sure I was going to be saying that the cookies and cream ones are my favorite, but I can't tell you which one I like more. I really like them both. They're both equally good. Enough of the ravioli business. I went back up so I can get the Goofy's Gone Fishing drink, and I love this. It's got literal like gummy sharks and fishes in there. Oh, it's gummy and then Swedish fishes, and then it's got boba pearls on the bottom there. This actually looks like a very refreshing drink, and I'm glad I waited because it probably would have melted by the time I ate those raviolis. Something me and Goofy both have in common is we love to go fishing, and I kind of wish I was gone fishing at the moment, but this'll do. So cheers. And I also love how they have Swedish fish and gummies. Look, I've gone fishing, caught myself a green bass. This was very delicious, and it's not too sweet unless you eat the candy and drink the drink at the same time. I would definitely come back, get the raviolis and Goofy's Gone Fishing anytime. Now I think I'm going to take my drink and head into Communicore Hall and hopefully go see Goofy. And then I want to make my way into World Showcase and back to the Germany Pavilion because, like I said, I think Dopey is doing meet and greets for annual pass holders back there. Like I said, lots of new stuff at Epcot. I'm trying to get it all done today. Look at this on the outside of Communicore Hall. Have a goof-tastic summer, and it sounds like they're having a good time in there. Oh, and the AC feels nice. Wow, look at it in here. Looks like they're having a parachute dance.
Onto the parachute. Ready? And lift. Walk to the middle. And crisscross applesauce. Yeah. Great job! All right, you guys did such a great job. Now when I say let go, we're going to give this back to the goose group. Let go! Great job, parachute. Thanks, everybody. DJ birthday awesome?
Yeah, they were awesome. Oh my gosh. And you were awesome too, Goofy. Gee, thanks everybody. Man, mighty thoughtful.
The Goofy in Communicore Hall is so awesome. I would hang out there all day if I was a kid, especially with the parachute. I think it's really fancy, and they got music and they're dancing. But I decided to make my way on into World Showcase, and hopefully we can make it to go see Dopey. I think it ends at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to rush over there, and hopefully we get to meet him. As I was making my way into World Showcase, I noticed they took out all of the flowers for Flower and Garden, and it just looks really sad here. It also looks like all the water's almost drained out. Bring back the flowers. This looks really, really bad here. I'm sure they're getting ready for the next festival, but I kind of miss it. Like, you know, even though it's just something for the festivals, I feel like it's something they probably should keep all year round instead of just having this. But anyways, I guess we'll make our way into World Showcase and hopefully go see Dopey back in Germany. As I was making my way through World Showcase, it started raining, and like I said, I want to make sure I go and check out Dopey, but I can always come back another day. I still wanted to show you today, so maybe we'll risk it. Maybe we'll risk it and try to make it. I can hear the thunder, but the meet and greet is in Der Teddy Bear, right over here. So if you're a pass holder, you just got to scan your pass, and then you get to go in and meet Dopey. And he's in there, and there's some cool Snow White, you know, Easter eggs, and all the things that kind of fit here at the Germany Pavilion. I'm sad that it's raining out, though. We might have to cut the video short today. Oh, wow, this is so pretty in here. Wow, thanks. Hi, Dopey. You having a great day? Oh, yeah. I mean, it just started raining, so it's kind of cooled off, yeah. And I rushed over to get you because I wanted to come say hi. I love the setup. It looks very nice in here. I know. I should have brought an umbrella.
You should next time.
Yeah, you never know. But it's very cool that you're here in Germany. I'm very excited. I'm happy that we are able to go see Dopey, and we made it just in time. And when I walked in, I wasn't expecting nobody to be waiting in line. And it's kind of funny because on the way over, it started pouring out, and now it's storming like crazy. Oh, wow. There was some big lightning. It's storming pretty bad. Whew. Oh, yeah. I think we should probably start making our way out of the park before we get stuck in, looks like a thunder rainstorm. And the thunder rose, bam, 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 and the thunder rose. It's kind of funny because a lot of people, when they see a storm approaching, they're usually like, oh, let's get shelter or leave the park. I'm like, we got to make it to Germany, but we did. We got to see Dopey, but I think we're going to have to cut the video short because it's going to probably get real bad and nasty here. I just saw the lightning, and you guys probably heard the thunder. The lightning and the thunder. Okay, I got to stop with the music. Earlier, I mentioned that the walls were down in front of Test Track, and now we get a look at the new entrance. Oh, look at it. It actually looks pretty fancy over here. They even got a car out here, and there's the new Test Track sign right there. I can't wait for this to open back up. I think it's going to be a huge improvement, and I'm not even sure when the timeline is. You know, I think they said maybe this year. I mean, if it is, I mean, I'd be excited. I think General Motors is doing a good job with it. And they got Corvettes out front. Technically, since I showed Test Track, I did everything that I said I was going to do in the video. So I kind of don't feel bad about leaving right now. But I don't want to leave. I wish I could stay. But I did want to show you guys the new Lakeland Antique Mall. So maybe that's the thing we could do. Update, we did not make it out before the heavy rain started. It's coming down. I'm using my hat to protect the camera, but I'm getting soaked right now. Oh no, not the camera. I'm bald. Well, I made it back home, but I got soaked. That storm came out of nowhere. Look how shiny my head is. Wow, looks very fancy. But the storm, like I said, it came out of nowhere. 1 second, I'm hanging out talking to Dopey, and then lightning, thunder, rain. It was all over the place. I got to get out of these clothes. Like I said, I feel like a soggy bottom boy. But I wanted to have a long Epcot day and show you guys around the park. And I kind of got to show you a little bit of everything that was new, but there's still a lot more. And I feel bad because I feel like the video might be short. So I wanted to show show you guys the new Lakeland Antique Mall. If you didn't know, I was down there the other day and I did a meet and greet, and it was such a great success, and it was awesome seeing so many people shopping around the antique mall, and it just made me feel happy. So maybe we'll pick this up and I'll take you guys down to the antique mall and show you some of the nifty things in the new store. And we have made it down to the new Lakeland Antique Mall. It was about a 45-minute drive from Disney, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the inside. And it's not too far from the other location, just about 5 minutes down the road. I'll make sure to add the new address in the description along with some more information in case you want to come down and check it out for yourself. But right now, I'm just excited to do a little shopping and see what they got. And here's a look at the new Lakeland Antique Mall. I love when you walk in, they have a bunch of big figurines of Disney characters up there. They've got a Boo and some Dalmatians, and then they got a couple of other amazing boots that I remember from the old Lakeland Antique Mall. It's definitely a little bit smaller, but I kind of like that because it's easier to navigate and get around. The older Lakeland Antique Mall was a lot bigger, like I said, but I kind of like that it's a little bit smaller here because I feel like I was always missing something over there because like I'd walk around and it was so massive that you would have to make like 3 or 4 rounds. I don't know, whenever I go out to like antique stores or like flea markets or thrift stores, I feel like I got to make a couple laps before I actually leave, just in case I miss something. So it being a little bit smaller makes it a little bit easier and a lot easier to spot out things and things you don't miss. Something I love about the Lakeland Antique Mall is they have something for everyone, but of course I want to start back in the Disney showroom, and it's not just Disney back here. They have things from Universal Studios and a lot of cool advertisement signs. Take a look at this. They have a poster for a new attraction at Epcot, Frozen, and then they have Hollywood Studios and then the Incredible Summer. I remember when they were doing that. Once you get inside though, you'll see like some neons because there's a lot of really cool things back here. And like I said, it's a big mixture, everything from, you know, horse carriages from Port Orleans to Halloween Horror Night props, especially on this back wall. Look at this. This is so cool looking. A lot of tribute store signs. Oh, look at Slimer over there. And then they have some of the props from Shrek, the attraction at Universal Studios. These were actually in the attraction themselves. Oh, I like that DreamWorks sign. That's pretty fancy. On top of like props and advertisement signs, they even have like statues and different animatronics from the park, especially Universal Studios. A lot of Halloween Horror Night like ghosts and statues, and even a Terminator. Look it up on the top shelf there. I'm liking everything in here, and I would love to have some of these in my house. They even have some of the little tiny pumpkin kids from the Scarecrow hunt at Universal Studios that they do. Oh, and then all the way down there, they have the Terminator. We'll show you that in a little bit. Oh, how about over here? You ever stay in the royal rooms at Port Orleans? You can actually have everything like to make one of the royal rooms. They have the headboard that lights up, tianas. They even have the sinks with the magic lamps as the faucet. Look at this. That's so cool. $595 for this whole entire setup. That is crazy. What a great deal. Even the royal room headboard is like $1,500, and it actually does something. It says please press the button. I said please. Oh, look at that. That's cool. That's actually really awesome. And I think these pictures and even the curtains are all, like, this is basically one of the royal rooms right here. Everything you would find inside them, you can buy here and kind of make your own royal room. Even the magic carpet. That's cool. I'm sure if you wanted to like buy everything and be like, hey, I want a royal room, they probably give you a package deal. It's through Vault Collectibles. I'll put their information in the description too. Like I said, there's a bunch of different vendors inside the Lakeland Antique Mall, and they all have like different items, so it's kind of cool and fancy. I wouldn't mind one of the Princess Royal rooms. But it's so cool how you can go from Princess Royal rooms to Halloween Horror Nights. You know what I mean? They have tons of cool signs and statues. They even have a Spider-Man up there. And they have one of the Terminators from the attraction at Universal Studios. You remember the T2 3D show? Look at that. It's a gigantic Terminator. That's kind of scary looking, especially with all the skulls on there. Another thing I thought that was really, really cool is some of the Universal Studios park maps. This is basically like a blueprint of Universal Studios, and they have an even bigger one over here. Look at Arnold. I would love that too. That's actually awesome. Look at this one right here. I'm going to try to pull it out for you guys so you can see a little bit, but it's $1,500. This isn't just Universal Studios, it's the whole Universal Orlando Resort, and it is a big piece. Look, you got City Walk, Island of Adventure over here, and then you've got Universal Studios Florida, the Hard Rock Hotel. This is massive, and like I said, I think it's $1,500, and it's all framed up. You can actually hang it right up on your wall. I just love this place. Everything from Terminators to Velociraptors from Jurassic World. Look at that, and mummies. I'll try to point out the prices on some of the items, but if you see something that you like and you want to know how much it is, like I said, I'll put all the information for the Lakeland Antique Mall in the description, and you can just call them up and just describe it, and they'll probably be able to tell you how much it is. They have a selection of Disney artwork that they put inside the resort rooms. Everything from the Polynesian resort up there. They even have rugs. This, I think, is from Fort Wilderness. Howdy! And then a couple of other Fort Wilderness pictures and things that they had inside the cabin. Oh, this is from Disney's Boardwalk Resort right here. And it's $69.99. Isn't that so nice? And it's actually the boardwalk. This is cool because this is the old railroad that they used to have at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. This is $599, and this used to be in the cabins themselves, and now that they got rid of the cabins, they're like not there anymore. So this is it. You can own a piece of it, but you won't be able to see it in the resort anymore. And then they have them for almost every resort. They got stuff from Caribbean Beach here, even Pop Century. Look at the Pop Century rug right there. Oh, and the Contemporary. I actually have this piece at my house. This is my favorite little artwork from the Contemporary. But I like all the Contemporary artwork. The Mickey. This is a nice little painting of the resort itself. You can see the Contemporary there and the monorail going by. And like most of this stuff is actually pretty affordable. Oh, even over here, this is from Port Orleans, $69.99, and it kind of just looks like an old picture, but it's actually Pirates of the Caribbean in the background there. So this is the park itself. Isn't that nifty? And of course, they have a section where they keep some items in behind like glass because they're actually very valuable. So I wanted to show you some of them over here. You know, they always keep the good stuff behind the glass. Right here's a tire. I think this is, oh, it's a tire from the Tomorrowland Speedway. How cool is that? That's like from one of the cars there. Then they have some props from Indiana Jones over here. This is a metal case, $750. A couple of other really awesome things too. These are signs for the Haunted Mansion. Look at reserved for the happiest haunts tour. Well, I like that. And I was in here the other day, and Eric, who runs Vault Collectibles, asked me to sign the case in the back. So look at Paging Mr. Morrow. I got a little sign in there. Ooh, even stuff from Flower and Garden. A nice little bucket of oranges. I like that it says Fresh Epcot though. Oh, and I love these park signs. These are usually things they hold up during like special events. Look at the ghost right there, or the mini for the Christmas one. Even the exit one. I even like the exit stuff. This is one of my favorite like resort art that they would have in the rooms. This is from the Grand Floridian, and it's cool because it's a little girl riding a bike, but she's got Duffy, and if you look at the bottom of Duffy's paw there's a hidden Mickey, and this is from the Grand Floridian. How cool is that? They actually have a picture of where you would have found it inside the rooms, like hanging up on the wall there, and I think this is $279. But that's kind of cool because you don't find a lot of Duffy stuff, especially in the resorts over here. And I'm not too sure what this big Walt Disney World Dreamers and Doers sign is, but I like it. Oh, it's $2,000. But look at how awesome that is. I wonder where they had that before. Walt with the little spaceship Earth and the castle behind it. Even these figurines. You got Mickey and Minnie here. And then you got the three little pigs and the big bad wolf up there. Oh, and take a look at Ronald McDonald. It takes a special person to find a lot of things interesting, but I just kind of get excited. Even things that I've seen before, when I see them again, I'm like, I know what that is. And, you know, it kind of just like sits with me nice. I hold things very sentimentally. I hold them. I hold the sentimentally things. I found another booth with some really cool Disney items, including some skin, elephant skin from the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland. You see it up there, hanging up there. I wish I can give you a closer look, but that's awesome. A little piece of an animatronic, and then you got some Mickey and Minnie cutouts, and even some cast member costumes too. Oh, look at the big E.T. I love the E.T. It's so awesome to see him. And then, oh, it looks like it's sold, but they had a Disney vintage Mickey folk art head. Kind of looks a little creepy. Doesn't look like the Mickey I know, but I do like the E.T. Looks like they're selling it for $17.99. Oh, and then they have the Tower of Terror. Look at that. A whole entire Tower of Terror cast member outfit. You can actually see the whole setup there, and I like the backdrop that they put in there. And they don't have just like, you know, props and costumes. They have lounge flies and pins too. This whole cabinet's full of them. A lot of good lounge flies. I don't know much about them, so I don't know which ones are like really hard to get, but I do like that they have the Disneyland Club 33 lounge fly and pin set right here. You get a little bit of both of them. Oh, wow, it's $1,199. But I bet you it's probably rare. Oh, you get ears, a lounge fly, you get pins, and then I'm not too sure what that is. Over in this corner, they've got some really cool Disney signs, like Donald's Dino Bash. That's from what is now gone because it was over in Dino Land USA at Animal Kingdom. And then they got Mickey's Starland. But this kind of caught my attention at first. I was like, is this one of the shooting galleries from Frontierland? And it kind of is. This whole entire setup was something that Disney actually made. They have a sign over here that gives you more information on it. Shooting gallery designed and manufactured by Walt Disney Enterprise, and it was supposed to be over at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Isn't that cool? In the 1970s, and it's got like everything to it. It's even got the holsters. You can put the coins in right here. You can see the coin return. That's cool. 50 cents. That's actually something so awesome. I mean, I don't know what anybody would do with it. I would probably just like keep it in like my backyard, or if I had like a cool area. Oh, and then look over here. They got some cool like posters hanging up, and these are like vintage looking. I like that one. 300 Voyages to Disney World USA from Air France. Stuff like that is just unique to me. This looks like a Toy Story 3 advertisement from Japan. I don't know why I said it, from Japan, but that's kind of fancy. They also have like an area that has a bunch of vintage action figures, Hot Wheels, and even Funko Pops. And then this area kind of reminds me of the 90s. It's like a 90s kids room. Look at all of the things on the shelves. They got Goosebumps, they've got Rugrats, some cool stuffed animals and plushies. Look at the Flintstones ones, the Peanuts. I actually remember this too. Look at that. See, things like this, it just reminds me of the Rice Krispie. Oh yeah, that's what it is. The Rice Krispie treats. I actually remember seeing that. It was probably something you had to mail away that you'd get in a box of cereal. But you can see they got VHSs. They've got lunch boxes. A Barney lunchbox. Ooh, I remember the puppets too. Look at, from Burger King, the Beauty and the Beast puppets. Everyone had those. They even have a Titanic puzzle up there. A lot of really cool stuff. Oh, is this the Burger King like oh no, this is Eureka's Castle. You guys remember Eureka's Castle? That's awesome. Oh, and they have the Mickey Mouse TV up there. Mickey Mouse TV, VHS tapes, lava lamps. Oh, they're only decorations, not for sale. I want to get myself one of those. You know what I mean? Watch some VHSs. Oh, they even got Wishbone VHSs here. Look at, how many of you guys remember Wishbone? They got a good selection. Mary-Kate, Ashley Olsen. This reminds me a lot of things that my sister used to actually collect. She loved all of the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen videos. And this side was more like my bedroom. Vintage Star Wars action figures here, and then a bunch of keychains, and then inside they got a lot of Funkos. Look at that. A whole wall dedicated to Funkos. See, it's really hard to actually shift through all of this stuff to see things that you want, you know? They got loose figures here. And like, if I was looking at toys, because you know I've been collecting and trying to build my shelf up, I'd have to sit here and go through each one of them. They even got sealed ones, some new stuff and some older stuff. Look at Farouk, 20 bucks for Farouk. I remember the Slammer series though by Jax. That was a good one. I like all of this stuff. Like I said, it all has different things that like kind of sit with me from like my childhood. I never got into Funkos though. Funkos were never something I was big on. I think that was a little bit like, you know, older. I'm like more into the 90s stuff. But they do have a good selection of them if you do like it. Well, I'm glad I was able to show you some of the new Lakeland Antique Mall. I wasn't planning on making this one video. They were supposed to be two separate videos, but you know, sometimes you can't control the weather. Either way, I'm just happy I was able to show you everything, and I had a lot of fun at Epcot. The Lakeland Antique Mall, like I said, moved down the road a little bit, so if you ever go looking for it, I'll put all of the information in the description like I mentioned. I hope you guys find some amazing treasures. I showed you just a little bit, but you could actually spend hours in there just shifting through everything, and it's one of my favorite things to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it, and I guess we'll see you next time. Bye! And of course, I wouldn't forget little Gracie girl, the most beautiful dog on earth. Gracie girl, would you like a little treat? Look how delicately she takes this out of my hand. Aw, what a good girl.